We're with head coach Jack Owens as the Red Hawks get ready to hit the road for games at Toledo and Northern Illinois this week. Coach, we'll let you recap last week a little bit and preview the week ahead, and then we'll hop into some questions.
Yes, last week in regards to the Akron game, we did a lot of good things. There's just about a handful of possessions where we gave up an offensive rebound or, we had 2 turnovers late that really hurt us. And give Akron credit, they made a huge shot late when it's a 1-possession game to make it a 2-possession game to go up 5. And that was a deciding factor in that regards. But I thought our guys competed, played well. Just from watching film, the things that we can control, just some second chance points. We gave up 14 offensive rebounds that translate into 11 points for them that we just need to do a better job in those areas and not allowing them to get those second chance opportunities.
Questions for Coach? Go ahead, Coach.
No, I was going to say, and then obviously this week with Toledo and Northern Illinois, both on the road, just got to be ready to go, and get back to, continue to play the way we've been playing and find ways to close out close games. But we're going to take one game at a time, and we know Toledo is it's going to be a challenging game for us, but we're excited about that opportunity and look forward to playing.
Coach, the MAC did you no favors with this end of the season schedule. 4 out of 5 games, I think, on the road going down the stretch here. Do you have to change your approach to practices or rotations during games to handle this particularly grueling stretch, especially with the trip to NIU, which is never a picnic?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to take one game at a time, obviously, but, with us, it's February, so you got to be mindful of what you're doing in practice anyway, in regards to the guys' legs and, just the end of the year, how we have to play. So, we're doing the necessary things in practice and from a, training standpoint to keep the guys as fresh as we can physically, but also mentally. But you're right, going on the road to end the year, it is what it is. We just have to be ready to play, and no matter where we're playing, embrace the opportunity and play at a high level.
Feel free to chime in here, guys. I'm trying to catch up. So, speaking of that, and I ask this like every week, but as you know, the grind of the season wears on. Are you comfortable with the status of your guys' physical conditions going into this stretch?
Yeah, I think we're in a good place. We had the usual end of the year. I'm assuming soreness, the bumps and bruises, but from a COVID standpoint, we've been good, and hopefully we can stay there. And we do not have any major injuries at this point, so that's good. Our guys are in a good place. We just got to continue to play at a high level.
Tell us about the Rockets, Coach. Obviously, you've seen them before. Shoemate had a career night. You have to go in there expecting that again, but he's far from the number one concern on the Rockets right now.
Yeah, Shoemate, he played extremely well here. And since we played him, he had some, other big games that I would say, but it starts with their guard play with Jackson and Littleson and Rollins. Those guys do a great job for them. Offensively, they're a good offensive team. They're going to move the basketball. They're going to shoot threes. They're going to look to space you out and set ball screens. They're a good offensive team, and definitely a challenge for us just to be able to contain those guys I mentioned, but also not allow guys like Shoemate to get their pick and pop threes.
We were kind of joking about this, Coach, before we got started here, but this obviously is a concern. Do you make alternative plans for if your team happens to get stuck somewhere with the weather conditions that are impending? How do you guys handle that?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna obviously with everything that's going on, we're just gonna adjust or adapt to whatever is at hand. If we have to stay out or do something like that, it's not ideal with everything we have going on in regards to you're talking about road games and all those kind of things, because our guys are they're taking classes as well. So we're gonna be smart and use our best judgment and just go from there. If it's a deal where we have to stay out or do something like that, we will adjust our schedule accordingly as we see fit.
Do you try to avoid thinking about, besides everything that you've gone through this year, with the COVID and everything, and now you've got the weather coming up? Did you ever think you bargained for a year like this in your coaching career?
This is definitely to the extreme, no question about it. But you know what? This is what we love to do, and just the opportunity to continue to play, and obviously get to Cleveland as our goal and have the best seat that we can have. So we're going to work to do whatever it takes to just continue to stay together. This is a good group that we have, and this year has not been any, no kind of picnic by any means, but it's definitely a opportunity to compete and play. So we're going to do everything in our power to do so.
If I read the standings correctly, you guys are currently seventh. You have number 7 seed. Are you looking at that at all and keeping track of that?
I'm aware of it, but I feel if we just take care of our business that we will be okay, in that regard. So I know that it could be an unbalanced schedule or games or whatever it may be. Like you mentioned, us having 4 road games to with one home game at the end of the year. I mean, it could be. It is what it is. You just got to be ready to play and take care of what you can take care of in regards to control the things you can control and just go from there.